What's up, guys? So I have recorded this and re-recorded this so many times, and I don't know why. I just feel like it's so boring. But I wanted to do a video on my fitness journey and how I was able to make fitness my full-time job. I know there are a lot of videos out there like this, but I thought maybe a different perspective might help. I've been getting a lot of questions about it, so hopefully this can answer all of those and help you guys if making fitness your career is something you want to do, or whatever your passion is. I mean, maybe my tips of how to grow social media will help anyone in whatever industry. And I also want to throw out there, I am not a social media expert. Obviously there are people with way more followers than I do, but I do have a large enough following that this is my full-time job. So just in case you thought I was like a social media know-it-all, I am not. I'm just trying to help some people out. That being said, let's get started. So I started working out when John and I met. He was very into healthy eating, and he played basketball at University of Michigan, so he was always lifting. He's been lifting probably since he was 2, just kidding. But so he got me into lifting. He would take me to his apartment gym and show me some different moves to do and stuff like that. And so I started following social media people and researching stuff on the internet and just learning more about different exercises, what they target, different nutrition. And so I just really self-educated myself quite a bit, along with the help of John. So I was never overweight or anything like that. I played soccer in high school. I have pretty good genetics, I can't lie. But after soccer ended, it was kind of up to me whether or not I wanted to keep working out, and I didn't know anything about working out. I would run a couple miles and then I would stop, and then I ate anything I wanted. I never practiced any kind of diet. I mean, I did have home-cooked meals. My mom, I'm sure, was looking out for my best interest. But I was so determined that I was not gonna gain the freshman 15. That was not something I wanted to do. I didn't know how I was gonna avoid it until I met John, and we started obviously getting me healthier, on a healthier path. I was making healthier choices. I was living in a dorm at MSU, and I was making the best choices I could. There were so many times that our only dinner option, or one of our only dinner options, would be breakfast. So they'd have like sausage and French toast sticks and waffles and pancakes, and I knew that wasn't the smartest choice. So there were you guys do not even understand how many sandwiches I ate while living in the dorms. Like, I had so many sandwiches and salads and soup. It was just, because those were the options that they always had. I avoided a lot of ice cream. So I just made the best choices that I could. I had a lot of protein bars for breakfast, protein shakes for breakfast. I would make time to go to the gym. Sometimes I would have to sit in a class in my sweaty workout clothes, which I really don't recommend, but that's what I had to do to make it happen. I wasn't really like trying to lose weight. I was just trying not to gain weight. And with that, I lost 10 pounds. I was never fat, like I said, but I definitely did hold some fat in my stomach. I got super lean that year after I dropped those 10 pounds, and I was like tiny. And then John and I moved to Florida, which is the time in my life that I started my fitness Instagram, because I had so much time. I wasn't in school anymore, and with all this time on my hands, I was like, you know what, why don't I just do it? I had been thinking about it for a while, so I started the Instagram, and I was just posting what I was eating. I was posting little infographics and selfies and videos whenever I could take one when no one else was in our little apartment gym. I just was putting my journey out there, and the day that I started my Instagram, I shared a transformation photo, and I had a couple people reach out to me and ask for help. So John sat down with me and we made them plans to follow, and they would check in with us with their food diaries every week. And so once they had awesome transformation photos, I would share those on my page, and then I had more people reach out and ask for help. And then that's when I started charging. I think I charged like 20 bucks for a plan and all the guidance and whatever. You had access to me whenever. It just slowly started to grow. So the next people, I would share their progress, and then more people would reach out. So it's just making yourself credible. People are like, oh wow, like she helped her look like that, or drop fat or gain muscle, so she can probably help me. You know what I mean? It's any reason that you read reviews before you go to a restaurant type of thing. It's just credibility. You don't want to spend money on something that is shitty. Gain more credibility, built up my clientele. That summer was super successful business-wise. And while I'm doing all of this, this was a point in my life that I was eating so healthy, you guys, I'm not kidding. I was probably the healthiest I've ever been. I was so healthy to the point that like I felt really guilty after any like sort of sweet. Like if I would have like a peanut butter cup before bed for like my little sweet tooth after dinner or whatever, and I would feel guilty for that. Like it was kind of extreme. Like you can have a freaking peanut butter cup after dinner, you know what I mean? I had hit a plateau about this time and I wasn't as lean as I wanted to be, as I had been trying to get. So I researched more on macros and I found out like what they were and what they're supposed to do. And I figured out that I had been eating, while it was all healthy food, I was eating so many carbs and so little protein. And we don't need a ton of protein, but I was not getting enough at all. So I made like little switches. So I wouldn't scoop as much quinoa, and I went and bought protein powder, and I would add protein powder to my smoothies, and I would make acai bowls all the time. So just balancing those meals and adding more protein so I could build muscle while I was lifting made a huge difference. So I got so lean within 6 weeks. I was the leanest like I had ever been. And after those 6 weeks, John and I went to the Dominican Republic, where I kept training online and everything was going good. I was making plans, I was posting, I was whatever. But I wasn't working out as much. This was like a weird situation. We were in a pretty rough city in the Dominican Republic because John was playing basketball for like a summer league, and I wasn't able, when he was gone for a game, I wasn't able to leave our hotel. So I was locked in like a little hotel room all day. So I couldn't go to like a gym. I would go outside and do like a little body weight workout sometimes. I hated HIIT, so I wouldn't do it every single day. This is the bad part about macros. I recalculated my macros since I wasn't working out as much, and I was eating less than 1,000 calories a day because that's what it told me if I wanted to keep losing fat because I wasn't working out. So I was eating, like I was starving, you guys. Like I was so hungry, but I was like, I can't, like I've come so far, like I've made so much progress, like I can't ruin it. And I did ruin it. This time that I was in the DR and I was eating so little, I was losing all the muscle that I had built the past year. Like I lost so much muscle from eating so little for that long. And when we left the Dominican Republic, we flew home, and then we went to Atlanta, and I still continued to eat in a deficit. I was in a deficit for so long, you guys. I lost so much muscle. And then I remember one day John and I went out and got a burger and fries for lunch, and then we went to this pizza place for dinner, and I think I had like 2 or 3 pieces of pizza, and the next day my abs were like shredded. When I went to the gym, I was like, wow, like why do my abs look so good? I had pizza and a burger. It's because I ate more. Like I was fueling my body. My body was in desperate need of more food, and I wasn't giving it to it for so long. So that kind of triggered something in me, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to eat more. So after this, I did my first bulk, but this bulk wasn't the best because I went from eating 1,600 calories a day to like 2,400, and I gained a lot of fat really fast. So this is when I realized how important reverse dieting is. Reverse dieting is when you gradually increase how much you're eating. I would go from maybe 1,600, and then in a couple weeks go to 1,700, and then 2 more weeks go to 1,800. My protein would pretty much stay the same. My carbs and my fats would increase. I was able to start eating more without gaining the fat that I had the first time that I tried bulking. Like I said, it's a lot of trial and error, and people learn as you learn, you know what I mean? And everyone's different, so it's tough to tell someone there's only one way to do something, because there's definitely not. But this is what I have found out in my journey. So once I reverse dieted and I was eating enough, I bulked for pretty sure all winter. I think this is I'm in my 3rd bulk right now. When you're sharing your journey, people, as much as they want to see transformation pictures as well, it's cool for people to see you actually changing. But then that brings me to a little side point that just because someone looks good on Instagram doesn't mean their training techniques work for everyone. I think it's good to shop around and try different programs from different people and see what you really like and what really works for you. Now that you know like my fitness journey, I will get into the social media and how I grew this along the way. So that time that John and I were in the Dominican Republic is when I bought my NASM certification. I got my tax return from the year before and decided that it was time to invest in that certification. I don't think that certification really like put me over the top as like made me a better trainer. It kind of just gave me like the validation people look for when they're searching for a trainer, and makes you feel a little more comfortable, I guess, with someone. I think it was about $700, and I got a book, I got an online PowerPoint, and I got the test. So it was really up to me to read through the book, to watch the PowerPoint, take notes, and really study. So I think I studied for about at least 3 hours every night for 3 months. They give you 6 months, but I don't think it took me that long. And scheduled my tests. I passed the first time. It wasn't easy. Some of it's common sense. Some of it you definitely need to study for. Luckily, I had just taken a lot of science courses at MSU the year before, so I still had quite a bit of that knowledge of like anatomy and the body in my brain. So that definitely helped when I was taking the test. So my social media was mostly family and friends. I didn't really start gaining a lot of followers until I was taking videos like almost every time I went to the gym. I think videos are like a huge game changer in a fitness social media just because they're useful for people and they're free. Like it helped me so much when I was, you know what I mean, like getting different ideas, and then I would look up and be like, all right, what is this supposed to work? Like, what is this, blah, blah, blah. If you are someone trying to get into the fitness world of social media, something that's important for videos and creating content in general is that it's visually appealing. Especially nowadays with the algorithm. I'll give you like my algorithm hacks, but when it comes to creating a video, being consistent, and that doesn't have to be every day, but like consistently. So a few times a week. But with that is also making sure it's a good quality post, not just posting something just to post it. Because if no one cares about it, then your engagement is shit. And now with the algorithm, they're gonna think if no one likes it, then Instagram's gonna think they don't wanna see your content. So then when you do post something that they wanna see, they're not gonna see it. Work on getting good content and post it when you have it. And like I said, again, posting helpful content. So it doesn't necessarily have to be videos. That was just something that really worked well for me that I really liked doing. It could be writing what you ate in that day, like what you ate that day, or explaining macros, or just giving tips on every post. Like putting a really detailed caption out there is super helpful for people that are trying to learn about fitness and lifting and nutrition and stuff like that. So that is something to think about as well. I'm not a person who's really good with like long captions, so I think that's why videos have worked the best for me, just because I can share the video and it's helpful and people like it, and I don't have to write a novel on every caption because I can't come up with novels for every caption. I'm not like a inspirational quote type person, and some people are and some people love that, but that's just not, it's not who I am. So I'm not gonna try and do that just because some people like it, because it's not me. And that's another thing that I had written down, actually, be yourself. That was the next one. Wow. Great tie-in. It's so important to be yourself, because if you look at someone's page and you're like, oh, this worked really well for them, I'm gonna try and do exactly that. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna be authentic, and people can tell if you're being authentic or not. So I think it's super important to be yourself and try and let your personality shine through social media the best that you can. I think YouTube is a great way to do this. YouTube is like a whole nother ballgame for me. I don't think I want YouTube to ever be like my main source of income, just because I don't enjoy it as much. Like I really like creating workouts on my app, and I like Instagram more. It's just more natural and easier for me. YouTube's just another full-time job, which I like doing it because I like to be able to connect with you guys, but it's not my thing. But I do think it is important just to start one for videos like this, for example, or every once in a while I'll take you guys along on a vacation or a vlog or something like that, but my life isn't exciting enough to vlog every day. Again, I think it is a very, very useful tool to connect better with an audience than just Instagram, because being able to talk to someone is a lot better than just writing something out, because body language and inflection and tone of voice and all that just makes a difference when it comes to people getting to know you better. Okay, so here are some important tips for recording workouts. I think it's very important to not just record your workout, just set your camera anywhere, but to make sure you're getting flattering angles. As stupid as that sounds, and I know it's bad because I try to be like real with you guys, but I guess this is me being real. I definitely have to do multiple takes of video sometimes to get like a more flattering angle. I mean, you're marketing your body, especially in the fitness industry. So if you post something that isn't flattering, then people aren't interested in working with you because they don't think you have a nice body type thing. As stupid as it sounds, again, I hate saying this, but it's true. And everyone has good angles, everyone has bad angles. That's the thing. That's something that's important to remember as well. flattering clothes, like cute style and colors of clothes. I remember before the algorithm smacked me in the face that every time I would wear like French braids, I would get like so many views on a video and I would like gain so many followers because it would like attract people, like just the braids and I guess and like certain clothes sometimes, like if I would wear pink, it would attract more or something. It was just crazy, but it's important to notice those things and realize what it is that catches people's eye. I get asked again, the app that I use to edit my Instagram videos, all of my Instagram videos are taken on my phone. So the only thing I use my camera for is YouTube. So I edit and film all of my videos on my phone for Instagram, and I use the app called Splice, and it's literally worked wonders for me. I love it so much. It's super easy to use. I don't know if I paid for it. I think I have a free version. Maybe I don't. I'm not sure. I don't know how much I paid for it, if I paid for it. If I did, 100% worth it. I would pay $10 a month for this app because it makes my life so easy. Good lighting is so important. So when I was in Florida for Christmas, I joined this gym down the road, and over the month of December, I lost 5,000 followers. So, and I was still posting. It wasn't like I wasn't doing anything different. I was still recording my workouts. I was still like posting selfies, wearing the same clothes, like literally nothing really changed except where I was working out. And the lighting wasn't bad where I was, but it wasn't that good. And with the algorithm, to gain followers, for me, people usually see my video on the Explore page. And if it's like something that attracts them to that little baby square, literally it's so important that that little baby square is like right lighting and like a flattering picture. The lighting was off at that gym in Florida. And I can see the insights because Instagram, if you're like a business account, you can see how many people have seen the post, how many unique accounts have seen the post, how many people saw it from the Explore page, from the home page, from your profile, whatever. So you can see if people are actually seeing it from the home page. You can see how many people started following you after they saw this video, and it was like dog shit. So like I lose followers all the time, like that's completely normal, but I wasn't gaining any back. Videos were not getting as many views. The algorithm was, like I said, slapping me in the face, and that's not the first time the algorithm has done that to me. So it's all about engagement, and it's so important to post your videos at a time that a lot of people are on their phone. So with a business account, you can see that kind of stuff. You can see what time of day the majority of your followers are online. So it's important to post around that time. You have a better chance of getting more engagement, and the more engagement you get, the more people Instagram shows your posts to. I know how stupid this algorithm is. I hate it more than anyone in the world. Maybe not, but I think we all kind of hate it. It's just something we have to work around. If someone has created an app to replace Instagram, please let me know. I will 100% support you and help you push it out there, because Facebook and Instagram rule the world, and I'm just not digging it. As stupid as it sounds that you aren't getting more views and more likes, when it's your business, it means business is good or business is bad. Hopefully that helps you guys out a bit and gives you some insight into how to grow your social media if that's something you're interested in. If there's any other questions you have for me about social media or about the algorithm, I will do my best to answer them. Thank you again so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.